Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Norman Balewe. In this video, I'm going to do a get ready with me as I talk about my university experience. So if you are new here, this is my last semester in my final year as a law student in the University of Unilorin, Nigeria. I still have 1.5 months before my exams and maybe a few more months before my actual graduation. But I felt that this was the perfect time to have a quick reflection on how my university experience has been. I think I have 2 or 3 disclaimers. Number one, I asked ChatGPT to give me like an outline of what to say because I knew what I wanted to say, but I just did not have like the format or outline or the process of how I wanted to say it. So I just asked Oga Chat, like, okay, still, this is what I want to do. I want to make a reflection video. Give me an outline for like a 20-minute long video. And I was giving everything, so that's number one. Number two, I don't really think too deep. As I look at the sections of what he has given me, I'm just going to like say it based off the top of my head because I did not really prepare for this video. So this is like mainly vibes, but not too much. But I'll try my best to make it as valuable as it can be. Then the third disclaimer is I'm going to be doing a get ready with me as I'm doing it. So I'm going to be doing my makeup. And the thing is, I'm not even going anywhere. I'm just recording a get ready with me so that I will get ready for a video that I want to film. And like I realized that preparing to film, like doing the makeup and everything, takes a lot of precious time. Usually I film after classes and before the sun goes down. I'm just going to film a get ready with me while I do this so that I'll not waste the sun that is existing while I'm preparing to do my makeup. I don't know if you get. So back to the whole university experience thing. Why did I feel like this was the perfect time to make a reflection video? Since this is the last semester and we're still in the middle of the semester, and if I think that there are things that I have not done well enough, I still have time to like make up for it. I'm also trying to jam pack as much experiences as I can during these last few months or few weeks. So if I reflect and I feel like, okay, I could have done better here, I could have done better here, like there's still more time for me to like catch up and like come back again at the end of the whole university life and like tell you how it has been. Another reason I'm doing it is also just to share a bit of what I plan for the future and also to encourage anybody that has like university plans but like they've been letting it fall by the wayside. So you should also reflect on your university life and say, okay, like, is this how I wanted life to be or could I be doing better? So introduction out of the way, let's start with the makeup and quickly because I have 3 videos to film in like 1 hour 15 minutes. So the first thing we're starting with is the background of my whole university experience. I am a law student, 5 years in University of Ilorin, that's Kwara State. Some people like to say it's the north, some people like to say it's the south, but technically it's the north. But not too north, but it's not the north. So I'm putting on primer. So I am studying law. When people find out, maybe when I'm back home in Lagos, that I'm studying in University of Ilorin, they're like, why so far away? And I think that back in 2018, I got admitted in 2018, November. And back in 2018, University of Ilorin was probably, I'm not sure, but like probably one of the only federal universities that did not used to strike. So it was always, till now, it's still top picked university. And in secondary school, I was thinking, I'm going to go to like University of Ibadan or University of Lagos. But like, I think maybe when it was time to pick university, my daddy told me University of Ibadan. I'm like, I've never even heard of that place before in my life. But it was the only place that did not strike. So you knew that if you are going to study in a school, you knew that you're going to come out in 5 years and there won't be any useless strike and everything. Now when I joined the University of Ilorin, I joined ASU. I think we've had 2 or 3 strikes since I entered the school. So the first strike was in 2020. We had the lockdown. Then during the lockdown, there was a strike. I can't remember the exact details because it has been like 4 years. But 2020, we had our first strike and it lasted like 8 months from March or April till like December or November. And my dear, we were still having the strike and I could not believe my ears and my eyes and my life. Like, geez, I strike? So that was a rude awakening for University of Ilorin and for me. Next thing I'm going to talk about is expectations versus reality. What was my expectation of university like and what was the reality? In secondary school, you know how lecturers or how teachers are always saying that, read your book, that in university is going to be more stressful than high school, that everything is going to be talking. And they're always talking about cultism. So I used to think that, university was like this dangerous place, that, there'll be cultists there, and you'll be stressed out, and you'll be too tired, and there'll be everything. Me, I don't know if that's how some other universities are, but the people that I've spoken to in their other universities, like cultism is not that big of an issue. But I think it's because of, based on what I've heard, it's because of like people have moved from cultism to other crimes like yahoo. But cultism is not a big deal in university. But like I used to be so scared that before I'm walking on the road and one cultist will just see me or something like that. So I expected university to be stressful, expected it to be dangerous. I was also thinking that university, I'll be, since I'm in a federal school, I'll be more free, I'll have more freedom, I'll be able to do the things that I want to do. But this is that I'm an indoor person, so the freedom that you say that it's just like, be able to go to market and come back, like there's no curfew for you, there's no attendance in your hostels, all those kind of things. But like it's not really, federal university is not, if you're someone like me, like federal university will not shock you because of freedom or all those things. Another thing that I expected was that university was going to be more stressful. Yes, it's stressful, but it's also a little bit chiller. Because back then, your teachers would be like, you're going to be so stressed, that if you don't know this thing now, you're not going to do it in university, and university is going to be so bad and hectic and something. But like, in university, tell me why my lecturers are just about their family life. It's not as hyped as people tended to make it out to be. So I was like, oh my god, university is going to be like, a do or die affair. But maybe it's just my school or my course, because we are quite chill. Because, I did not want to tell you the most important thing. I did not want to study law. I have always wanted, the thing is that when you are young, or at least when I was young, I used to like fluctuate between what I wanted. So at one point I wanted to be a lawyer, at one point I wanted to be an architect, at one point I wanted to be so many things. So by the time I was in SS3, I already knew that I liked to write, and I had written a lot of stories. I also just found out about the book publishing industry. So I was like, I want to have a publishing company. I want to publish books for people. I also want to be publishing my own books. So I was like, English is the best way to go for me. Like I wanted to go to English language or creative. Not English. I wanted it to be creative writing. But when I found out that University of Unilorin doesn't offer creative writing as a degree, I just said, English, and there will be English literature classes. And when it was time to pick a JAMB, I told my dad, I'm going to pick English, and he's like, pick law. Law. I think, primary 6 yearbook, I wrote I wanted to be a lawyer, but my brows are always different. I picked I wanted to be a lawyer, but primary 6, they're just like 11. So what do you know? What do you know? So when he picked, legit, I cried though. I cried for like a while. I don't want to be a lawyer. So by the time I entered university, I'm like, I don't really want a first class. I was satisfied with a second class upper. In my mind, when I entered university, I'm like, I'm aiming for a 3.7. Like, it's not 3.5, but at least you're relatively safe. And I was aiming for that. So I entered university, and obviously you read like you're aiming for 3.7. I think one of the reasons why I said that I don't want a first class, because I knew that for you to have a first class, you can get it. But to maintain that first class, and also the added burdens that comes with the first class, the expectations, like your classmates' expectations, your parents' expectations, the lack of life you have, because many first class people tend to like solely focus towards their books, and they don't have the full university experience. I wanted the full university experience because I felt that in my secondary school I did not get that full secondary school experience. I felt that I had worked too hard for my academics, and I did not have a social life. I just did not allow school pass through me, and I wanted that for myself. So I felt that the only way I could achieve that was not to have a first class. So I was a studious person too. Don't think that because I still wanted, but I just did not know, because it's your first semester, you don't know the amount of effort to give you the amount of results. So I think the first semester, when the results came out, it was so much more higher than I had mentally prepared for. So I'm like, this is not what I expected, but I was happy, sir. but it was not a first class, obviously. It was then that I realized that, okay, what did I realize then? I realized then that this law thing, everybody till now, everybody hypes law. Maybe because I'm just... So once I saw that result, I knew that, okay, academics was not going to be a problem for me at all in my university life. It was not going to be an issue because I had barely done much and had superseded my expectations. That's enough for what I expected and what the reality actually was. But not to say that I did not have any challenging courses though. I had like difficult courses. So one thing I struggled with as a law student is cramming. I hate cramming. I cannot cram okay, I'm a law student now, so I can cram. But before law, I hated to cram. Like, I was those kind of people that they'll give you definitions of things like in class, in secondary school, and then I'll just cram the first 4 words and like freestyle the remaining definition. But since that, I will get the full mark, but I just did not cram it. So when I got to law and they were cramming of sections and cases and just specific definitions, because like, oh, there's no one definition in law. You're not going to learn all the definitions of everything, of every course. I think that was what I struggled with a lot in 100 level. But I think towards the 200 level, 300 level, the fact that I had gotten better in cramming, but like there were a lot less definitions to cram. But I struggled with that cramming. I struggled with cramming because I hated to cram. But there are also other challenging courses. I think when people say, okay, what did you... I think there were courses that everybody struggled with. And that was the thing. Those are not the things that I struggled with. I struggled with the things that were more subjective. I hate subjective things where they ask you an essay question and like you don't know what the lecturer wants from you. Like, it could be right, it could be wrong. Your answer could be different. Your answer could be right or wrong depending on the point you gave. I liked specific kind of questions because I could answer your subjective questions. I could answer it to my own knowledge. But like, lecturers tend to have a bias. So if I not say, oh, okay, in my opinion, I feel this is it, and you're not telling me that, no, this is... I'm like, why did you ask a subjective question in the first place if you already have an opinion? But apart from challenging courses, my favorite courses, I think 100 level. My favorite course 100 level. I liked business law. I liked business law 100 level. I liked... What did I like in 200 level? I did not like constitutional law. Oh, I don't like constitutional law. But like, I did well in it, but I just did not like it. So I think maybe contract, yes. And family law, yeah. I think I gave 70% of my academic life in 200 level to family law. That was how much like I poured myself into family law. And the things I knew that I was not going to practice family law, but I just loved family law. Then contracts. 300 level, it was criminal law. I loved criminal law. Till now, I like criminal law. My project is on criminal law. My project topic is the analysis of court discretion in the administration of criminal justice in Nigeria. There's some courses that I liked, but like maybe the way they taught it or just certain aspects of the curriculum that was treated, I did not end up enjoying them very well. So things like banking law, I would have loved banking law, but it was not something that I particularly liked in class. But like, I would have loved the concept of banking law. 400, I liked intellectual property, evidence. Evidence was okay, I didn't really like it. 500 level. 500 level. Sometimes till now, I wonder why we're doing certain 500 level courses. But out of all the things that we're doing, I like healthcare. And it seems like my healthcare lecturer doesn't like us. Because he's like, why are you here in the first place? Why are you here studying this thing? But like, I like it. Is okay. When I say my favorite courses tend to be things that I can use in real life, not just in law real life, but like real life. Apart from academics, what did I do in university? I joined a few clubs. I was an active member of human rights chambers in my 100 level, but I gave up. I did not want again. I think that me giving up happened around when I found IP Club. And IP Club, I've been active since 100 level. So I was an executive for what? 2 or 3 years? 2 years. Yeah, I'm not an executive right now. If you have been on this channel long enough, I have been going for sign language classes almost every year since 100 level. This 500 level, I don't know what happened, but I've not attended any sign language class this 5. Not that I've not attended. There hasn't been any tutor that I know of, because Unilorin is such a big school, that I know of. What about my friendship life? Okay, I think I've made a few friends in university, or a lot of friends, depending on who you are. Some people tend to make a lot more friends. Plenty of people are more social than me, but I've made a few friends that I think that even after university, we'll continue to bond and everything. I think I have very close friends from law. I have very close friends that have graduated, because this is a 5-year course, and like people that I was close to, many of them graduated last year. I have good friends too that are creatives, because I am in different creative communities in Ilorin. I have filmmaker friends, I have podcaster friends, writer friends. I think maybe the only thing I don't really have like that is YouTuber friends. I know people that do YouTube. One of my classmates does YouTube. We're going to make a video together before we graduate. But YouTube, I don't know why. The thing is that I know a few people from University of Ilorin that are doing YouTube, but I've not met them physically. But the thing is that I still know that I could have done more. I could have done more with friendships, making friends. Not just making friends, but actually like sustaining the friendship. And that's one of the things that I want to improve in these last few months before I graduate. So the people that I've already made friends with, I'm trying to like make a deeper connection with. Then I'm also trying to make more friends. Another question here is, how do I balance social life and academic life? Academic life doesn't take that much time for me, and I'm not really a social person. So I think I'll answer how I balance creative life and academic life, because like I do YouTube. I am an author. In case you don't know, I don't think I said that in this video. I am an author, a fantasy author. Then what else? I'm trying to make a film before I graduate. And what else am I doing? Yeah, promoting my book on TikTok, but I'm not really active there, because I'm trying to see at least if I can finish the second book, because it's a series, before I promote actively. So I'm going to make a dedicated video from it. But I think what I do to balance academic life and creative life, because academic life has set deadlines, and academic life, like, you have your tests, unless it's impromptu, they will tell you when you have your tests, or like when exams are coming, when assignments are due. So those are deadlines that are hard and fast. Then you set deadlines too with your creative work. That okay, if I have exams, like for example, I have exams in July, and I'm trying to publish the second book of my series after I finish school. So that means I have to set a deadline on when I can finish the first and second draft of my book. So I set a deadline that's far before exams, because let's say if exams is starting the first week of July, like 2 weeks before exams, I should have dropped my book. So that means it's currently the last week in May, and last week in May, that means I have like 3 weeks to work on my book before exam starts. So I think that's how I do it. So I think it's just deadlines. Obviously, not every time that you keep to the deadline, but like the deadlines to keep you accountable. At least if you're procrastinating and you're in a deadline, you're like, okay, I'm procrastinating, I need to catch up tomorrow, and so on and so forth. But if there's no deadline in the first place, when you're procrastinating, you're like, oh, I'm procrastinating. All well and good. Like, there's nothing guilt tripping me to work later. So the deadlines, you don't have to keep them. Okay, you have to keep them. I'm not trying to. Me, not every time that I keep my deadlines, but at least it's better than having no deadline at all. Career aspirations. The thing is that I can't say for sure. There are times where I have fallen in love with law, and like I want to practice it. Like I really love IP law. I love because of it deals with creativity, and my channel is dedicated to making money out of your creativity. So there are times where it just makes sense to be an entertainment lawyer. That's for writers, for actresses and actors, and for musicians. But like you can only do so much at a time. I want to be an author. I'm an author already, but like I want to be a full-time author. Not full. I want to make majority of my money from my writing, and then I also want to make films. I want to do that professionally. So sometimes I have dilemmas of what I want to be when I grow up. But you're on this channel and I'm documenting, so it's not like I won't tell you when it's time to pivot. So after university, sometimes I say, okay, I want to do masters. Like a few things that I want to do masters in. see. I want to do masters in business administration or in film, since I did not get my bachelor's degree in film. But like sometimes I'm like, do I really want to further like my education? I don't know. But everything is in the hands of God, and like He will lead me step by step. I think maybe that's one thing that I'm learning as the closer I get to my graduation. Like you don't need to worry about everything. When like you look at it's like seeing, I saw an analogy one time on social media. Like there are 1,000 steps, and you want to see all the 1,000 steps before you take the first step. Like, calm down. So I'm just trusting God. And besides, even after once I graduate, there's still NYSC, there's still law school. What are some life lessons I've learned in university? You know, I said that I was not really interested like that in law like that. But there are people that they are interested in law. So like sometimes you see people and like they are very active in all these legal things. Let's say they are advocates in the student union, or they are going for debates, or all the things that law students tend to do in school. And sometimes it's easy to look at them like, okay, am I being serious with myself? But like a life lesson that I've learned is that once you know what you want, nobody can make you feel otherwise. So I know what I want. Good for them when they become student lawyers. Good for them when they win their debates. Good for them when they get positions that they have worked towards. But like it doesn't have to make me talking doesn't help matters. But like it doesn't have to make me feel less than or unserious. And the thing is that if I later decide to pursue law, I've been active in the intellectual property space. So it's not as if like I'm going to start from scratch. I'm not. A life lesson is once you know what you want, it's harder for the world to give you plans for what they think you should do. Long story short, my reflection, how has university been? I'm proud of myself. I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot outside academics. I've learned a lot in academics, and I've grown because 6 years, how you not grow here? So I've grown. So the things I need room for improvement for are mostly in friendship matters, trying to be more social, trying to go for more events, go for more gatherings. So those are the things I need to improve on. My spiritual life has grown compared to like before I entered university, and it will continue to grow in Jesus' name. If you're in university too, or if you are preparing to enter university, also have like goals that you have for yourself, goals that you want to achieve, not just academically. So that you'll be able to look back and say, okay, did I really achieve the things I wanted to achieve in university? So if you feel like you want to be a more bubbly person in university, don't wait like me until she's a water enter my eye. Don't wait like me until your last semester to try to catch up with the goals that you set for yourself. Fun fact, I've been more active on LinkedIn lately. I'm not even really sure why. Maybe to try to connect with future employers, because I got a HR certification a few months ago, and I'm looking to delve into HR, but I'm still like, the thing is that I don't know why I'm on LinkedIn. I started, I think April. Yeah, April. I posted probably like 25 times in April, and I'm trying to post 3 times a week. And when I mean posts, not just posts to to post sake, but like share my YouTube links, and talk about my book. But I also like share important things I've learned. And LinkedIn is such a fast place to go. I got 400 followers in a month. That was back when I was posting very consistently, but I'm not posting as consistently. But like, I still get followers, but like that 400 followers and like 320 connections was in a month. You can see the difference mascara makes. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference? Sorry. So, what else do I say? I hope I just did not ramble. I don't know, it felt like I was rambling. But like, I said it was going to be vibes. I think lately I've been overthinking just sitting down and filming. Maybe because like I expect it to be polished. But like, even if I overthink, people still don't watch the video. So if you watched so far here, please leave an emoji for me. Any emoji. Like, okay, I don't want to say any emoji because like before somebody do like love and I'm not sure who. So leave a love emoji. Yeah. A red love to match my nails. 2 side by side. So that figure out. I think that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please I know maybe you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. Let me finish the makeup look so that it will be, I know even Rob, come in. See you next time.